There are approximately 165 million motor vehicles and more than 100 million bicycles in our country. And sometimes it feels as if they're all on the road the same time you are.
City driving can be confusing and frustrating, but you can minimize the chances for trouble identifying problems and clues well in advance by predicting your speed, space, and position and the actions of others accurately, deciding on the safe action to take after weighing the alternatives, and executing the action that's best in each particular situation.
It has been estimated that 90% of all our actions in traffic result from what we see. It is therefore very important that we have adequate vision and also proper vision habits if we're to drive. Probably the most commonly heard comment immediately following an accident is, "But officer, I didn't even see the guy." It becomes obvious that thorough searching and scanning of the traffic scene for potential hazards is essential for avoiding crashes. This involves looking well out ahead and keeping your eyes moving using the quick glance technique.
On residential streets, spread your seeing area out yard to yard. On city streets, look sidewalk to sidewalk and beyond the car immediately in front, out a block and a half to 2 blocks ahead. Separate hazards by making speed and position adjustments so that you have to react to only one hazard at a time.
Always be ready to give up the right-of-way, compromising time and space to avoid trouble. Control your attention. Never look away for more than 1 second at a time. This is especially difficult with others in the car. So learn how to talk and listen to others without looking at them.
Check the rear view mirror every 5 to 10 seconds when doing straight-ahead, constant-speed driving. Make certain others see you. Help them identify your actions in advance by always signaling in preparation for a turn. Avoid driving in the other driver's blind spot. You can also use your brake lights, horn, and hand signals to communicate.
Choose your lanes well in advance. It should probably be the right or center on a multiple-lane street if you're traveling straight for some distance. Stay in the left lane if you plan to turn left ahead. Don't change lanes in an intersection. You need to be scanning out ahead. Don't be a lane jumper. Be patient. But when you do decide to change lanes, check your mirrors, signal properly, and check your blind spot before moving. Keep a constant speed unless traffic dictates otherwise.
Constantly check your speedometer to see that you're not hurrying. Remember, it's possible to be going under the speed limit and still be going too fast for conditions. Downtown city driving usually means 25 miles per hour or less. And outlying districts of the city are usually 35 miles per hour, but may vary from 25 to 50 miles per hour.
Keep out of packs or bunches. Avoid tailgating in traffic. Always allow 1 car length for every 10 miles per hour of speed or a 2-second following distance with moving vehicles. You can check your distance by counting the seconds between the time the vehicle ahead and your vehicle reach a certain point, such as a landmark along the road or a shadow.
Passing on the right is permitted if 2 or more lanes are available in the same direction, or if the car ahead is turning left and you have room on the main portion of the roadway. In city driving, you are constantly being exposed to traffic control devices such as signals, signs, and pavement markings.
Information or regulatory signs are square or rectangular and do just as their names imply, give information and regulations. Prohibitory signs forbid certain actions. Diamond-shaped signs mean caution or warning. And orange diamond-shaped signs usually mean construction. School signs may indicate a specific crossing for students, or may warn of an entire zone or area.
Pavement markings also provide important information. A yellow line indicates two-way traffic. A dashed white line separates traffic traveling in the same direction. It is not recommended you cross a solid white line, as these lines are a deterrent to last second lane changes at the intersection. Information which indicates proper lane position for different directions of travel may be found on the pavement, or beside or above the street.
Statistics tell us that if we are to be involved in a city accident, it will most likely be in an intersection. If the intersection is controlled by a stop sign, come to a complete stop. At a sign or light, stop so that your vehicle is behind a stop line. Or where there is no wide white line, stop behind the crosswalk. If you are unable to see clearly from this point, and when pedestrians have cleared the area, creep forward to get a better look before pulling out.
At a four-way stop, the procedure is slightly different. If two cars get there at the same time, as with an unmarked intersection, the car on the right has the right of way. Otherwise, the first car there has the right of way.
When approaching an unmarked intersection, a railroad track, or an intersection controlled by a yield sign, cover the brake and scan for trouble as you approach. Your scanning pattern is usually left, right, left before moving through.
Never brake or shift on a railroad track. When conditions permit, be moving at a speed of at least 10 miles per hour when crossing.
On streets where the intersections are controlled by signals, anticipate the changing light. Don't accelerate as you approach. It's ridiculous to try and beat traffic when the lights are synchronized for a certain speed.
When stopping at an intersection with a light or sign, don't get locked in by the vehicle ahead. Stay at least one car length back. If you are in proper position, you should be able to see the rear tires of the car in front of you.
At intersections controlled with a flashing red light, stop, then proceed when the way is clear. Solid red means wait until the light changes. Check first before pulling out. Many states allow drivers to turn right on a red light, but this varies with the state, city, and intersection.
While a solid yellow light means clear the intersection, a flashing yellow light means go slow and proceed with caution when the way is clear. A yellow arrow means you may complete the turn, but don't start it.
When preparing to turn at an intersection, slow gradually and signal at least 100 feet before the turn. Get in position for the turn early and brake before starting the turn. Always scan carefully before entering any intersection, being especially alert for blind spots that may block your view. A safe speed in the turn is usually 10 to 12 miles per hour, and it depends on the street, traffic, and conditions. If conditions permit, accelerate slightly coming out of the turn and take the first lane of travel.
For a left turn, the speed and braking are similar. Signal left and approach just to the right of the center line. Always yield to oncoming traffic, keeping your wheels straight. As in all turns, look ahead of your path of travel and turn just to the right of the center line.
If you're on a one-way street with the intention of turning left, move into the left lane well in advance. When turning onto a one-way street, remember to take the first lane of travel. Don't cross lanes. The secret to a safe, smooth turn is anticipating the situation and problems before getting into the intersection.
In city driving, there may not be an escape route to the left or right. Therefore, you must be able to stop in time. Most trouble occurs at intersections. Be extra alert at intersections. Cut reaction time and distance by covering the brake whenever potential danger appears.
It's important to plan ahead to avoid high-risk, congested streets during peak traffic periods. When traveling through the city, it may be wise to take a bypass or beltway around if one is available.
With the many challenges of city driving, just remember to be observant, patient, and well prepared. And city driving should be safe and possibly even enjoyable.